Alright. Why is my camera dead? I just went home and charged up my camera for a little bit and did some cleaning, and then I am back out and about. I had to drop some stuff off at UPS, blah blah blah. First video, I'm so excited. Welcome to my channel. My name is Ashley. I will post all of my socials, Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok in my description. Make sure you guys are following me on all of those. Anyway, so for my first video, something you'll learn about me is that my mind works at a million miles an hour. So my thoughts are a little scattered sometimes, and I also trip up on my words because I talk faster than I think, if that's even possible. So I got this vlog camera back in June, and it's currently August 5th, I think? August 9th. So I wanted to come on here and introduce myself. It's just taken me a while because I didn't really know how I wanted to do it. I kind of played with the idea of doing like 75 questions, and I also thought about like sitting down in front of the camera in my room answering questions, and neither of those really felt like me. I decided I'm just gonna sit in my car with my coffee and just talk to you guys, because this is like where I most feel like home, like sitting in my car drinking my coffee. I'm gonna put on my makeup. I was gonna do my makeup before the video, but I'm the kind of girl that does her makeup in the car. I'm just not, I don't fit the that girl aesthetic. I'm sure it's an amazing thing to be. I just don't think I'll ever fit that. I woke up at 10:30. Actually, I woke up at 9:30. I'll give myself some credit. I woke up at 9:30. Just had like a slow morning getting out of bed. Like, this feels like very me. I was gonna do it from my Target parking lot earlier. That would be like the epitome of me. My camera was dead, which also fits me. So I asked you guys to ask me some questions on Instagram. So I'm gonna try and like do some of these in an order that makes sense. How did I get into social media? So I have always been into social media since I was in middle school. I was always the friend that asked to take way too many pictures. Going into like high school and college, I really didn't know what I wanted to do. And throughout college, I had maybe like 3,000, 4,000 Instagram followers, and I wanted to hit 10K so badly. Like, I wasn't getting paid collabs or even like really any collabs. I would just go out and buy my own clothes at like Plato's Closet and like style them and then have little shoots with myself. I had a tripod before tripods were cool. I was doing all of that stuff, asking my friends to come take pictures with me. I don't know, I've just always loved taking pictures and being creative on a social media platform. And then in college, I found out that social media analytics was a job, and the story behind that is actually kind of funny. My best friend Courtney actually talked to some guy. His job was social media marketing, and when she told me that, I was like, wait, what is that? And so I started doing all this research on it. As soon as I found that out, I was like, that's what I want to do. So I did that in college, ended up getting my job at a swimsuit company, and I did social media marketing for them for a little over a year, or almost a year, and that was amazing. So through that company, I was traveling a lot, and that's when my Instagram really started to take off. I finally hit 10K, which is so insane to me. I remember sitting in my car, and I was just looking at the 10K, and I like cried a little bit, like, honestly, because I worked so hard for that. I never thought that was something that was gonna happen for me. Genuinely, I thought that if you were gonna hit 10K, it was gonna be while you were in college, and this was like post-grad for me. I kind of just thought I was gonna graduate college with maybe 6,000 followers, and that was gonna be it. I was gonna go get a job at some corporate place, like maybe an agency. Well, my social media grew. To make a long story short, I ended up leaving the company because God was calling me somewhere else and making it very apparent that I didn't need to be there anymore. So I left my job. I was praying a lot, and on a whim, I literally came to California. My cousin's sister-in-law said that I could live in her place, so I was gonna rent that for the summer. And then it just so happened that Mackenzie Morgan reached out to me on Instagram, and they were looking for a roommate just for the summer. I couldn't believe that. This is like, there's a word that my friend Cassie made up in college called "gomment," and it's like a God moment, like something that can only be described by God. Like, it only makes sense that like God was playing a part in that. And this was a gomment for me. How in the world is it possible that I found two girls who also do social media marketing and influencing needed a roommate for just 2 months, which is how long I was wanting to be here. I got to live with Mackenzie and Jules for a couple months and it was amazing, and then I decided I wanted to stay a little longer, and so John actually just moved out here with me, and I'm so off topic. That's how I got into social media. I feel very, very blessed and so thankful for all of you guys who follow me and support me, because this really has been a dream of mine and something I've worked hard for, and I really thought it was an unrealistic dream that would never happen for me. But it has, and it's been amazing. Next question. Supposed to be doing my makeup and that's just not happening. This says, how did you decide you wanted to do social media, influencer, and brand collab? I think how I got into influencing was just brands started reaching out to me. I was creating all this really cool content traveling. I really found who I was as a content creator when I was in Hawaii and Puerto Rico last summer. I used to be very into like neutrals. Then I got to Hawaii and I was like, wow, like, I don't know, I started wearing a lot of color, figured out my fashion, like my own styles pretty slowly. I kind of lost myself in there for a minute. I've always wondered if a lot of influencers go through this, but I feel like when you start getting brand collabs and you're starting to get all these like free clothes and everything, I kind of lost sense of what my personal style was, because I was picking out selects from companies based on the thought of, oh, this will look cool in a picture, like, oh, I want to shoot this here. And when I would go to get ready for a dinner or like going out with friends, I felt like I had nothing to wear, and it was because I was choosing all these selects for pictures but not for me, like my personal style and like what I would actually wear. So I went through a little season where that was kind of tough, but I'm off topic again. I don't know where I was going with that, but how did I decide I wanted to do that? I just kind of like decided that that was something that I wanted to chase, and I saw that these opportunities were coming for me, so left my job and just worked my butt off to reach out to brands and start building those relationships, and I've just like kept building from there. My favorite coffee. Right now I go between two things. I used to love hot lattes. Those were like my big thing. My mom was so sweet one day. She wanted to surprise me with a coffee and she brought me an iced latte, and I kind of was like, oh, like the last time I had an iced latte it hurt my stomach really bad. That's why I was drinking hot ones, and I drank the iced latte she got me and I haven't stopped drinking them since. So right now I'm into iced lattes, no flavoring. I can't have anything sweet. I don't have the enzyme that breaks down sugar the right way. I'm not bullcrapping you on that. I haven't been tested by a doctor, but ever since I was a baby, if I have anything sweet I puke after. So it just makes sense that I would have that enzyme issue. Like if I have cake, I'll puke after. If I have fruit too, which is really sad because I wish I could have smoothies so badly, and I've tried, but when I drink a smoothie it hurts my stomach so bad. It comes out in one horrific way or the other. And anyway, so no sweetener or anything, just a plain iced latte. I used to be really big into iced coffee, and I buy those like the big thing of Starbucks coffee at Kroger, or here it's Ralph's. The only thing with that is it gives me nightmares. Anytime I drink the Starbucks pre-made coffee I get really bad nightmares, like vivid nightmares. And so it's kind of like a trade-off of like, do I spend $5 on a latte every day and sleep fine, or do I save money and have nightmares? But my coffee order right now is an iced latte, or the like pre-made Starbucks coffee that gives me nightmares. How did you and John meet? So John is my amazing boyfriend, and we have been together for 4.5 years. We met in college. He was actually my neighbor. UGA was renovating one of the big freshman dorms our freshman year, so they had to put like 900 freshmen somewhere else. And we were one of the unlucky people who got thrown into this building called University Village, and it was a blessing and a curse. It was a blessing in that I met John. A curse in the sense that there wasn't a whole lot of very social people out there. It's kind of on the outskirts of campus. My roommate and I were trying to make friends, and it was really hard because we were so far away from everything. Like it wasn't easy to get to the freshman dorms, and there wasn't an RA, and had literally these like crappy little apartments that opened to the outside world. It wasn't like you had a hall and like a common area that people would sit in that a lot of the freshman dorms have, so nobody was really meeting anyone. So my roommate and I hung up a sign in our laundry room that said, if you actually want to meet people of like a normal freshman year, here's our Snapchats, here's our Instagram, add us. And so after like a week of people adding us, we had this little group put together, and we sent out a message and was like, let's have a SpongeBob watch party at our apartment, like y'all can come over here. So we met a lot of people that way, and John walked in late, and we became like immediate best friends. We started dating my second semester of college and haven't stopped dating since. And then this says, how long have we been dating? Just answered that, 4.5 years. It's been amazing. I definitely think when you found the right person, the honeymoon phase doesn't go away. I will still look at John and get butterflies. Like, I love him so much, and it's so insane how much I love him. This one says, do you want to live in California permanently, and what are my future plans? I don't know. My family and everybody is on the other side of the country. I think I could do 6 months here. I think I would love that. And then I just don't know. I don't know. I'm so torn because I really do love it out here, but it is really far from home. But my future plans are, right now, John and I are gonna live here for another month. John moved here. Let me start with that. John just moved in with me, and we are in Orange County now. And we're gonna live here for a month in an Airbnb. And then our plan is to start driving back to Georgia eventually. But we wanna go up to San Francisco, and we wanna go into like Montana, Wyoming, Utah, maybe Washington State. Like, we might go all the way up and then over, maybe go to Idaho, and then end up in Richmond, Virginia, so I can see my best friend and like hang out with her for a couple days, and then we'll go down the coast back to Georgia. And we're thinking that might take 2.5, 3-ish weeks. And then it's kind of a question mark. I think John and I want to move to Florida for a month and kind of test the waters there, and I'm so freaking excited about that because McCall just moved there and she's one of my best friends, and I can't wait to live close to her. Like, we literally just switched sides of the country. We just don't really know what we want to do yet. So the future is definitely a question mark, and that's something that God is really teaching me right now, is to live in the moment and not worry too much about the future, which has been hard because I'm a very future oriented thinker, but we're getting through it. But future plans, kind of a question mark. We know that we're going on this amazing road trip and it's gonna be insane, and I can't wait to take you guys along with us. And yeah, I would love to live in California, but I just don't know. Have you always wanted to work in fashion related industries? No, actually. So I changed my major a bunch in college. Started out with statistics. Math is so fun to me once I figure it out. Like, I always was like a math and science kid growing up. I wanted to work for NASA when I was little. That dream kind of got crushed when I found out that to be an astronaut you have to have 20/20 vision, because I do not have 20/20 vision. I have horrible eyesight. So that killed my astronaut dream. But then I thought I'd work for NASA in some way. And then I took AP Physics. And then I realized that NASA wasn't gonna happen for me either, because as much as I love math, physics does not make sense in my head. Trying to calculate torque, no, it's not happening for me. Changed to advertising, changed to early childhood education. I really wanted to be a teacher. Like, I wanted to teach kindergarten. I thought that was always what was gonna happen for me, and I used to say that if I didn't work in social media, I'd probably be a teacher. And then I changed to interior design. Then I was nursing, pre-nursing for a little bit, and then I realized that I hate needles. I have the worst fear of needles. So then I changed to pre-OT, and I thought about doing pediatric occupational therapy. And then I realized that to do that, you kind of have to start your own practice, and I don't have the drive to do that. So I changed. And I think after that I changed to, I don't remember what I changed to after that. There was one more, and then I ended up back at advertising, and that's why I graduated late. So I have not always wanted to do fashion. I ended up with a degree in advertising and a minor in fashion merchandising. I knew I didn't want to do fashion merchandising as a career path. As fun as that like seems, I just really love social media and like that side of fashion, like running the social medias and content creation that goes into it. So there's that. Favorite place to travel? Hawaii, literally Hawaii, 100%. Maui was heaven on earth. This question just says Pinterest. Not sure what you want to know about Pinterest. I do love Pinterest. I post on there all the time. I love idea pins, but yeah, I love Pinterest. I post there all the time. My camera is about to die again. I'm so excited to start this YouTube channel. My goal for it is kind of just to be able to look back on all my memories and like travels and everything, and if it does well, that's amazing. If it doesn't, then I have these like for the memes to look back on. But yeah, that's a little bit about me. I'm gonna be posting a lot of weekly vlogs, and then I'm definitely gonna do some like hauls with like swimsuits and like clothes and stuff that I get. So I'm just so excited. Be sure to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video, and cheers. I'm so excited to start this journey with you guys.